Ooh, I like that one. Yeah. You are listening to the Lost Minds. You say it, that sounds better. You are listening to the Lost Minds podcast.
Let's get this session started with a deep breathing exercise. And by deep breathing exercise, I mean see on the inside.
Hello. What are you doing? Just making a podcast. Bet you cool.
Stopped working. There he is. That was weird.
Is it going?
Yeah, now it's gone.
We gotta be fast. We got 5 minutes.
Now it's dead. Is that just my headphones? I think it's just my headphones.
Maybe I feel like I can still hear you.
Fuck it. I unplugged them.
Anaxunamun.
I watched that movie.
The Mummy? Is it
Yeah,
what
a long
that
time
is? I was
ago.
trying to figure out what I was like, is that the Mummy? We can't be watching Mummy stuff. It's 4th of July. We gotta be
Yep.
blowing stuff up.
It's
We can't.
4th of July here at the Lost Minds podcast. Everywhere else, it's also 4th of July, except for Australia. Sorry, guys.
Over there, it's the 5th of July.
Is
I
it?
think.
Or is it 3rd? Maybe.
I think it's the 5th.
Whatever.
They're in the future.
Oh, that's right, huh? Because it's Greenwich, London, or Greenwich, UK? Is the center point? Right?
Greenwich.
Greenwich.
Or is that Switzerland?
It's pronounced Grondwich.
Greenwich,
It's
Switzerland.
England, I think. Greenwich.
England? And then it goes east from there, right?
Because they're like the master country or something like
What
that.
is east if the Earth is flat?
It's true, though. Like,
Same.
Is it?
because there's no poles.
Never mind.
Because it's that thing. If you go east or like North Pole, then South Pole. Like if you fly north, you'll eventually hit North Pole. If you keep flying north, you'll eventually hit South Pole.
Mm-hmm.
If you fly west, you'll eventually just keep flying west. Keep flying west. There's no like east or west
Well,
pole.
if you fly north, you could just keep flying. Because you'll go south, and then from the south you go north, and from
Yeah.
the north you go south.
Well, from the
Switching
North
now.
Pole, you keep going up, so you go out into space.
That depends on your trajectory.
That's what I was gonna say. Then I'm like, because I always thought of it like that, but then like imagine like in space, like which way is fucking up?
Whatever the North Pole points at.
The way I'm facing.
Yeah.
Earth revolves around me.
Up is towards
The universe.
what? Polaris,
did you know
right?
the universe
think so.
circles around the Earth?
That's what I heard. That's what Aristotle thought at first, right?
Yep.
And then
And
Galileo
he was a really
was like,
smart guy,
"Sorry,
right?"
guy." Yeah, I was watching that shit on what the fuck was it? Always Sunny in Philadelphia, when he like convinces everyone to like forget about religion or evolution. It's so funny because he's like, look at him. He thought that the Earth was the center of the gravity or whatever. And he's like, until Galileo came around and found out that Aristotle was a dumb. And he's like, slap the thing on there, bitch. And he's like, goes to the next one. And he's like, oh, Galileo thought he was all smart until like Isaac Newton comes in. He's like, then he was a dumb. It's like, bitch. And he does it to Isaac Newton, and he's like, well, those are all smart people. He's like, of course another smart person would find that. And he's like, you never met these smart people? You don't know these smart people? Would you say that you listen to these smart people on a word of faith? And he's like, may I dare say it, faith? And the guy's like, well, I guess. I mean, a little bit. And everyone's like, oh, all right. All of them get up, pull their shit off, put it on the fence. And he's like, wait a minute, you guys are already on the fence? You're off of evolution? He's like, yeah, man. He's like, there's a little bit of frequent doubt there, you know? He's like, you never know. And I was like,
If only people were actually like that, dude, where they like actually thought it through and were like, you know what? You convinced me. I don't know if I'm correct anymore. Instead, people are like, my foundation is concrete and I ain't moving. Yeah, but here's all the facts. Yeah, not
Yeah,
moving.
but my parents have taught me this.
It's funny how the rational mind changes, though, for that kind of shit.
That's one thing I
Yeah,
did
but it has to be rational.
as I was driving over here. Was weird, a simulation theory or something, because right now we're talking about religion and shit and evolution. But they were talking on NPR how America was known as a white Christian minority, and now they are a white Christian. No, they were a white Christian majority before like the 60s.
Oh,
and
yeah.
now they're a white Christian minority in the U.S.
Oh, because there's less of them?
Yeah.
That makes sense, dude. I
Are
feel
there
like-
less of them, or is there more of other shit?
No, there's just less religious people.
Yeah, that's
Religious
true.
people
All the way
becoming a
around. All the
minority.
way around.
All the way
I see
around.
that. And then I got to bring this up, though, because, I mean, we talked about it. I told you guys in a text, but if we want to go back to information and censoring information, dude, the other day when I was like telling you guys about that NASA thing, I went on the NASA live feed and they were fucking
Oh, yeah.
censoring.
you went on. Is it the Instagram live feed?
It was on YouTube. It was on
Oh, it was
YouTube live
YouTube.
feed, yeah, and they censored our fucking comments.
Why?
It is the creepiest part. Dude.
Was it censoring, or did they just mute you like an admin muted you?
They muted certain. Everything else went. Only certain key phrases was gone. It was the fucking weirdest thing. So we're sitting there. We're both on the live. Well, I'm on the live stream. We're watching it, and we were talking about like flat Earth bullshit, And I'm like, see, I mean, this is the thing that people watch. They like watch to check this, And everyone's like, oh, flat Earthers, all that kind of bullshit. People are still chatting in there. And we started like we're normally chatting. There's this guy.
So you were being the devil's advocate, or were you just
no? At first we were just watching. Then there's this guy who was like commenting in there. Any girl in here? Any girls? Any girl? And so I was like, fuck it. I'm like, what's up, boy? Comment on that shit. And he's like, no girls. And I'm like, yeah, what's up? I'm like, I'll give you a girl. And he was like, just like, no. And then Denny was like commenting on it a little bit. And then Denny's like, oh shit, you see that shit? And he's like, oh shit. He's like, forget this. He's like, look up there, UFO. And I was like, shut the fuck up, because I'm on my phone, he's on his phone, we're in my house. And I'm like, no, you didn't. And he's like, yeah, I seen a UFO. I'm like, I don't see it. I'm like, I don't even see your text. He's like, yeah. Me and him put our phones side by side. On his, he says, hey, did you guys see that UFO? On mine, it just fucking skips a beat. And then I'm like, oh, I guess you got muted and shit. Denny does it again, and he's like, he doesn't say UFO this time. He's like, what the hell? And then all of a sudden he's like, what the hell? And I was like, I see that one. I see what the hell on this one. I'm like, I didn't see the one before. I'm like, I see that. And then, so I'm like commenting on it. I'm like, I didn't see that UFO. Danny's like, I don't see that. I don't see the UFO thing, dude. Anytime you put UFO or alien, it's not on here. Anytime we put those keywords. Wow. And we were right next to each other. So mine, it would show it as if I was normally doing it. It was going through my feed as if normal, looking at it all normal. And then on Denny's, it wasn't. It was like just gone. That one was gone. And I'm like, what the fuck? Do you think they have
a filter for certain words?
Here it goes. And so we start going, and I'm like, oh, why is it that certain things, if you talk about certain things, won't come up in a comment, blah, blah. I post, then it blocks that one. So I do another one. I'm like, how come certain things that get typed aren't popping up as certain things? And that one comes up. And then everyone says, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? A fucking bot comes in there. Boop, boop, bot. It says bot, night bot, or whatever. Monitoring your issues. Please come into this form and contact blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, thank you. And I'm like, whatever. I'm sitting right next to my buddy. And every time he puts a UFO or alien, it's not coming up. And then,
did you do letter? UFO?
Yeah, so we were doing UFOs or whatever. And every time I was putting that, it wasn't coming up. And Danny's like, I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing that. So we started putting the emojis. I'm like, only emojis. I'm like, every time I'm like, you say, and I put an alien head, no go, And so we're putting like these codes and they're popping up. And then everyone started doing that. And this guy's like, are you guys seeing that? You seen that? And everyone's like, oh my God, I'm not seeing anything that says that. And they're like putting up all these emojis, aliens and fucking UFOs. Damn. They're like, where the hell? They're like, I'm seeing it, but can you see? And they're like, no one's seeing words. No one's seeing words. Fucking all of a sudden this guy's like, brick, so fucking tagging me. And he's like hitting these things, comment me, or like, contact me. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, fuck that. So I got out,
Who was it?
Some random guy. I clicked on his thing, he had 0 subscriber. I thought it was a government shill, so I kept putting the little ghost guys on him, and he was like, stop. And so I put them, we were only putting emojis or whatever.
Oh, okay, like a little emoji of like a man.
Yeah, so I don't know if he thought like maybe or whatever, but then the one guy was like, what do you mean? What are they blocking and stuff? I'm like, I'm sitting right next to my friend, and anytime anything comes up with we put the emojis, it's not coming up. On his, yes, mine, no. And they're like, what the hell? And then so we got off, and I wanted to do it again. Denny got too scared. He wanted to do it again, but I wanted to like
shout out to Denny
to reenact it, dude. Well, I wanted to see if it was real because it was so weird. Like, it was mind-blowing because I'm like, shut up, dude. I thought he seriously had it. And he's like, no, didn't you see it? I'm like, I didn't see it. And I was like, you didn't put that because we were talking shit, I thought he was like scared to talk shit on the guy. And he's like, no. And then I'm like looking at his phone. I'm like, what the fuck? And that's when it was like triggered to me. And it was so weird. Once we started outing it, and then once we started putting the thing, and then the bot tried to do it, and it was, I didn't.
What is the guy that was trying to contact you was like, what's his bucket? The dude who's always spouting like, they're making the freaking frogs gay.
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones.
Oh, dude, that'd be funny. Except for I feel
like... He's like, get in here now. I want to talk about this.
Al Gore.
Yeah, I feel like he's a government shill already. I'd be like, no, you're part of the government, dude. Aren't you fucking going over there? Because Alex Jones, dude, I don't get how you can be like so far in the government shill realm and then be fine.
You don't think it could be just like they block certain words, like cuss words, for instance? Like you can't just type out fuck you.
I was putting bitch, fuck and all that shit,
and
though.
It was popping up?
Yeah, the only thing that was, anytime the keywords that we noticed was UFO and alien. Because then after...
What about extraterrestrial?
Because we started just putting just that by itself. We didn't get that far into it, so I just put UFO or alien, and then it was just not. It was popping up on mine. It was going in the feed. The next person would come up, and I'm like, it's right behind what's her name saying this. And Danny's like, no. And we put them right by side. I should have pulled my camera out and filmed it, but it was only like 10 minutes that we were doing it. And it was like kind of shocking that it was even happening. I'm like, are they fucking really censoring this? I'm like, some live feed. I'm like, whose fucking live feed is this and stuff? But I mean, maybe that's just the way it goes. Because even then it was like looping and it was kind of like ticking and stuff. I'm like, is this even a live feed?
Did you try to Google it?
The live feed?
No, like
I
Google.
did
Why
go-
does NASA?
Oh,
You know,
why are they
Oh, dude.
blocking it?
censor?
I'm not sure. I just know that. I mean, it sounds people always like, "Oh, you're good on this fucking government conspiracy shit," but NASA, you know, they are like they are like the Space Force, you could say. You know, they run everything, and even with SpaceX, when they get to a certain amount, they have to cut their live feeds because they're not allowed to record after a certain limit in the space because that's NASA's. And it's like, what the fuck does that mean?
Well, that means it's kind of scary thinking that they can control that. You know, kind of like how certain TV broadcasts censor their shit and all that stuff.
Yeah, which is way scary.
How do they
You never
get
know.
to censor space?
I feel like it's only going to get worse for whoever actually gets some kind of Death Star or some kind of freaking, I don't know, battle cruiser up there, you know? Because once you control space, dude, you'll be like, if someone tries to fly up out of here, we're gonna get out of here. We're getting off Earth. Say China's controlled space front now. You send a little SpaceX rocket up. Fucking China's like pulls it out of space. No, bitch, you're staying on Earth. Like the first person to get military powers up in space, I feel like it'll probably be game changing.
You don't think they already do?
They will be the empire. So if it's America, because I already feel like we kind of are the empire, I feel like we'll probably eventually, if we have our Space Force up there, we'll be probably the empire.
If America's the empire, does that make all of us citizen stormtroopers? We're all just dumb following orders?
Yeah.
Nice. I wouldn't mind being a stormtrooper.
If I got a cool suit, I would be down.
Basically, all clones, you know? You're here, wear this stuff. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be a white suit. It doesn't have to be anything that they tell you.
Better be a
Go
white
ahead,
suit.
wear that fucking Gap clothes. Go put your fucking Nikes on, you know?
I think the
Everyone's
first...
like, all right, fuck yeah, you know?
Isn't the First Order stormtroopers, they're not clones?
They're all the First Order was clones, right? Isn't that right? The clone
No.
troopers, because they order all those ones and all Boba Fett's.
Let me tell you, I know all
see.
about Star Wars, all right?
See, you're pretty good. With
The
Star
First
Wars.
Order's
So
not
the
clones.
First Order is all Jar Jar Binks.
No, it's not. Get
Nothing
the fuck
but
out
Jar
of
Jar
here.
Binks, dude. They're hardcore.
'Cause I
It's just
thought
great.
it's episode 2, right? Was Attack of the Clones when they went to that place, and then they got all the clones off of. They made them from Boba Fett, right? It was Boba Fett's kid or something. Mm-hmm. And then after that, they became
No,
regulars.
before
Django Fett. Or is Django the...
Oh yeah,
the dad?
Jango Fett's the first one, huh? Boba Fett's the kid that finds it. And he's
Yeah.
like, dun, dun, dun.
Shit, I don't remember.
Jabba the Hutt.
We should just do a Star Wars marathon one weekend.
Let's do it.
Well, shit. Now it's freaking way far down the line because it's like
It's all right.
it'd take all day. It's like longer than watching Lord of the Rings trilogy or some shit.
Yeah, but if we do it in exact order as they were like supposed to be intended to watch,
You don't want to watch them in order.
why not?
It's just forbidden in the Star Wars realm.
Who cares about the Star Wars realm? We'll go into our own realm.
Because it'd be the ones with Ewan McGregor, right, as Obi-Wan Kenobi, the first 3,
Anakin
And-
Skywalker.
and then the next ones are with Anakin, huh?
Qui-Gon is the coolest fucking...
He only lasts one episode. Don't count.
Samuel L. Jackson.
matter.
is the best one.
Yeah, it was
Samuel Jackson
Mace
is-
Windu. Yeah, Mace Windu. That's the one.
He's got the biggest purple lightsaber. It's
That
just
was
like
a-
twice in thickness. Is just way bigger than everybody else. It's just like, what the fuck, dude?
I was wondering. I feel like that's got to be a boss move. I bet he was like, I ain't have no fucking red or blue fucking lightsaber, bitches. Just give me something cool.
I heard his thing is he always has to have purple, something purple in a movie.
I believe it.
If you watch any of his movies, he has something purple. And in Star Wars, his one thing to be a Jedi was he wanted a purple lightsaber.
Oh, really? So
Or
it was a boss
he didn't
move
want to
in
wear
it.
purple.
He does
but
wear
wanted-
purple in. God
Shaft.
damn it! What is it
Hi-
called?
Purple is his favorite
Movie
color.
Kingsman.
Oh, Kingsman, yeah.
Yeah.
Or even in Unbreakable, too, huh? Because in Unbreakable, he
I
wears
don't
like...
remember that one.
It's the one where he's like, his bones are really, really weak, and then Bruce Willis's are like indestructible, and so he believes in like superpowers, and he thinks that everyone has their opposites. And he
Hit-
wears like a purple, like, almost like Joker type, I guess, coat.
Hitman's Bodyguard. That one's pretty funny.
Oh,
You watch that one?
No, I haven't seen that one. That looks pretty cool.
Oh, it's good.
Because that's with, Ryan Reynolds and him? Is that who it is?
Mm-hmm. And then, spoiler alert, Avengers Infinity War. You guys
What was
watch
his name
that?
again?
Oh, I haven't.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Samuel L. Jackson. Dude, I like...
Samuel
He's in
Jackson.
that one, too.
Because, he's, what's that guy in, like, The Commander or something, right? That was, like...
Eye patch, dude.
Eye patch, dude. Yeah, see, that shit's like way too. There's too much universes going on in the Marvel world. And
There's only one universe in the Marvel universe.
that's true. Until a DC universe, or are they not going to do
The
that?
thing that I don't understand is how come Thor could fly through time and space and time, go to his home planet, and then come back, and it's still the same time. Wouldn't time
of change for
continue?
him.
Like,
Oh,
I don't know. It's just weird.
Oh, for him? Yeah, because I imagine that too. If you're gone like a matter of like an hour, it's still an hour gone.
It does leave a bit of a legacy in your name to be the only Jedi with a different color lightsaber than everybody else.
What?
Because everybody else has got green, blue, or red.
Yeah.
And then the one guy in the entire universe has a purple one.
That's why he's on the board of the Jedi, which I think we should do some shit like that. We should get rid of like presidencies and stuff
He's the
like
one
that,
that
and
killed Boba Fett too, huh?
have the Council of Jedi.
He tried to.
No, he
You can't
cut his
kill
head off.
Boba Fett.
He's like,
Whose head did he cut off?
Boba Fett isn't a
Was that
person.
Jango Fett?
or Jango
Boba Fett
yeah.
is a...
Is it plane or something?
But
It's the ultimate Star Wars
Boba
universe.
Fett's a revolution.
I was gonna say, you guys start listening to any new books lately?
Yeah, I always listen. I guess kind of a similar thing. It's called "Starting with Why" from Simon Sinek, about why great leaders do what they do. It's kind of interesting because it kind of makes sense more so like why like certain companies and stuff are actually tend to be more successful than some other ones and things. A lot of times it's just like authentic or being
Being legit or being
Trying to help.
yeah, and then being
Trying
able
to make a difference.
to believe, kind of like where he used the examples too, like with Apple and I'm a PC. We had those ads.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty specific. They're like, oh, I'm a casual guy, that's just doing whatever. And then they made, I'm a PC is for everybody else, And so for some reason, when they made this thing authentic, like, hey man, this is what we're doing. All of a sudden, these fanboys, you can call them all. Oh, I feel like that, I'm just a casual guy in fucking jeans and a shirt. When it's like, no, you're really a PC, but you've caught the wave, you've caught that authenticity. And so a lot of people will do that. And same with, he was saying that with like great leaders, like back in the day. I think George Washington was the one where like when he was like, he went over across the Delaware at night. I guess apparently people were coming and he was still like boating them. He's like, yeah, I'll boat you across. And he was just boating them across, and they're like, who the fuck is this guy? And it was like, he's like, oh, that was George Washington? Why was that? And he's like,
That guy's on the dollar bill.
yeah, they're like,
Dollar bill, y'all.
he's got his face on a mountainside. But I mean, it goes to be pretty interesting to see the kind of things that a lot of times certain leaders would do shit and it wouldn't even like mean to. They're like dumb. Like a good leader was always somebody that they were like, yeah, you're our leader, bud.
How would
and
you
he's like, what the
feel if
fuck,
you were
man?
George Washington and you knew that your face was going to get thrown at strippers the most?
Oh shit.
Unless you're a baller,
Like-
then you're Benjamin Franklin.
I know he didn't even become a president. or
How
nothing,
weird would
dude.
it be if you came around that corner and you seen your face like on a mountain and you were just like,
Oh,
Mother
shit.
Nature is a strange force of
Yeah. He's like, I need a Jesus piece.
Dude, I bet a lot of them wouldn't like it. I know George Washington wouldn't, right? Because I remember that was like one of his things of why
Well,
he
George Washington
He didn't
had
want
a
monuments to his
girlfriend.
name, right?
Yeah, he kept like ditching out on the presidency.
Washington was scandalous.
Hell yeah.
Scandalous.
He was scandalous, dude. He had a girlfriend.
Martha?
No.
He did not
That was actually
have
his mom.
sexual relations with that
No,
woman.
Martha was his wife, right?
I can't remember. I think so.
But
Stewart?
yeah, supposedly he had a girlfriend that he really loved, and then they never got together, and then he got married, and then she got married, and then her husband died, and then he like hooked up with her or something.
oh shit, well, you
I
gotta
don't
do what you
know,
gotta do, and there's
supposedly.
not as many people out
Yeah,
there,
you gotta be a baller. You gotta be
People dying of famine
reproducing.
out there, you know?
People dying from paper cuts and shit.
Yeah,
I'm
he's a
gonna
baller.
die of gangrene.
Yeah, that was always
We
a
can
weird thing.
amputate the finger. No.
That's the weirdest thing, too. I don't
me
get that.
die.
You have a scratch. We'll make a bigger fucking scratch to get that scratch off there. All right. And then, like, hopefully that one doesn't, like, get gangrene. Shit, we cut off your arm and now your nub is gangrene. We're gonna have to cut off the rest of your body. It's like, fuck. Like, I just don't get it how they just stopped, you know?
We'll go to your wrist, then your elbow, then your shoulder.
We're just gonna cut from
Then
the
your
nipple
head.
line down.
Like, it won't stop.
Hopefully you survive.
He's like, isn't that a bit far of a stretch,
He's
doctor?
dead.
I've only got a scratch on my toe. No, nipples down. Yeah, he didn't make it.
I wonder if he'd even... It's funny, too. I wonder how much bad science even trickles down. Because you always hear
Tons of
kind
bad science, dude.
But most of the time you just hear it, you know? Like, sometimes it sounds... Like, for me, I'm like, who was the person that was like, oh, man, this battery's bad. Fucking lick it, bro. It's like, oh, yeah, a little charge in there. Oh, see, it's still good. Like, when the fuck did that, like, become a thing, you know? It's
It's
like, is that
definitely-
dog shit? I don't know, bro, lick it. Oh, fuck, man, that's dog shit, you know? It's like their tried and true method or something.
How to be
Just
an
lick it.
uncle.
It's
A bad uncle,
Yeah,
you know?
it had to have
Just,
been or
just
something.
that
Oh,
jerk.
he's a little bad.
But, like, the thing that gave me the cringes, dude, is I was watching this show. It's on Amazon Prime. It's called Lore. but it's like, I don't know, just some dude telling like scary stories or whatever about like crazy shit. And one of them, which I couldn't even finish, was this one about the doctor who started doing lobotomies on people first. Mm-hmm. And it just like, it made me cringe thinking that some dude, and he's sitting there like talking about one of his lectures, how the first lobotomy he ever did, he did it with an ice pick. And I was just like, dude, that science is so bad. And at that time, it was revolutionary. Like, people were like, oh, I have migraines, or I'm feeling a bit sad. Let me have an ice pick stuck in my brain to make me feel better. Like, that's the kind of science people were thinking back then, was doing good.
Which is that's crazy, because
Well,
I thought that was nonsense.
Now, what's our nonsense going to be in the future?
I don't know.
10, 15 years, are they going to be like, yeah, ibuprofen is not really
Yeah,
that
so I was like
great for
wondering, you were
guys.
putting what in your body? Because, yeah, you look at Isaac Newton, he even did that shit to himself, dude. He, like, poked it in there, and, like, he poked the thing all the way down into his retina or something, and then it, like, he started seeing spots. And that's how he knew that was, like, where the color, or, like, the color receptors were on his eyes or some shit. It's like, what kind of fucking... I mean, that Grace now, he's popular and famous. Everyone's like, oh, he's the, godfather of science, you could say. But, like, dude, to say you walked in on your kid doing that, I mean, it's either you're like, you got a 50-50 chance. I might open the door. He might be jerking off right now, or it might not be. Open the door. You got a fucking needle in your eye. God, I wasn't expecting that one. I'll go back outside.
Was not expecting that one.
It's like, get out of my room. I'm studying. Fucking needle sticking out of the eye. I need a complete darkness. I'd be like, fuck, what do we go wrong with this child? And then next thing you know, he's the godfather of science. You're like, fuck. But that's the other thing, too.
I wish he studied gravity and jump off a bridge.
Because, like, what do we know? Like, that's what's the
kidding,
crazy
that's not
part.
funny.
Someone could come up with something that's really smart and then be like, and most people now would be like, that's stupid. You're stupid,
Well, usually it takes until you die before you become famous.
Mm-hmm. A lot
In
of
that
times.
realm.
It's like with Tesla when they were doing the wireless. I mean, like, oh, we're going to have wireless communications between each other. That's stupid. We can't have that, Fucking, we'll sit here and tap wires to each other, and we'll make a wire go all the way across the ocean instead
Still,
of
though,
electrical.
if you look back on hindsight, like having the wires placed everywhere, because they did place wires all over the oceans and shit, it's still a faster connection than wireless. Because, like, imagine if we never went wired and all we had was wireless. The only thing we'd be able to send is, like, communications now, maybe. But imagine if you wanted to connect the internet from the U.S. to the U.K. wirelessly, like, how long that would take. Even with shit we have now, it's still really hard to do that.
It would be, but I feel like if we were to put the amount of time into the
Investing
into a wireless system as much as we invested in a wire system, just because with even with like the Tesla thing, when they were doing, he was having, when they were barely like getting their first little Thomas Edison's going from building to building, with a fucking they were sending shit from where the hell's that waterfall? Niagara Falls.
Niagara?
Yeah, Niagara Falls all the way to El Paso, Texas. It's like,
New York?
what the fuck is this, dude? It's like, and at that time, it was, and more so if it wouldn't have been like people at each other's throats, because Marconi and Tesla were both like, well, I'm doing this too, and so they're kind of racing and sending any things, but Marconi was still in Tesla's stuff, and so they were kind of, Tesla was racing himself, basically. But if those two would have worked together, because originally Marconi wanted to be, but Tesla, he's
He's a cunt.
well, he's a little bit. He's like a genius, so he's like he always did things different. I feel like for most people, they didn't like see it as like a customary thing. And if say like they would have taken that guy, J.P. Morgan wouldn't have fucked him and hold him out of it because he wanted money back from some stupid old thing. And so if they would have had that, he had his, I guess everything funded. He would have been totally fine to do all that kind of stuff, and he were able to bring in people. He would have had people like Marconi and people. Well, I don't even know that some of the backers that they had would have backed him, it would have been more of a roundabout thing, kind of like how Thomas Edison had. He became like the guy, and everyone was like, he was getting all the patents and the things that he was, like the only thing that he actually invented was the
Light bulb.
A version of the light bulb. That's what is very tricky about his quote, because people always like, because he's
The
like,
best version. It's still burning
Yeah.
till this day.
there's
I don't think
no,
that's
that's the other way around.
Just kidding.
That was like, well, Tesla's the one that Tesla has in his
It's
in his
just a
laboratory.
fucking,
Is
someone lit a candle and it's still burning.
Yeah, there is actually a light bulb that is still burning to this day
Well,
in a
it-
fire station. It used to be used
It's an optical
for a shed.
illusion.
Well, like, Tesla's is still running to this day. The one they pulled out of his like little thing, but his Thomas Edison's thing. He was saying he's like, there's a million ways to invent the light bulb. I just found one, and it's like, oh, you found your one, which is what only runs for 80 hours, buddy.
Let me
And then
ask
buy
you a
new one,
question.
bitch.
It's the 4th of July. What year was the USA made?
1776.
Good job.
Good job.
Yep. I know my history.
We signed the Declaration.
Who was the first to sign the Declaration?
John Hancock.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Who was the second? How many people signed it?
Thomas
His
Ed.
actual hand, not his cock.
What is it? We have,
Unplug my headphones from that solid joke.
was it 12 or 13 original colonies? 13 original colonies.
13.
I think each one had like 2 representatives. So what, 36? Maybe?
I don't
Ish?
know.
Somewhere around there.
All right,
I bet
here's a
36
real
people is
trick
my answer.
question.
Uh-oh.
How many states are in the United States? Don't fuck this one up.
States?
Yeah. This is super easy.
50 plus 2.
Nope.
2 extras.
48 plus 2.
You can't consider Guam and whatever the other one is to be part
Is
of
it
the
Puerto
US.
Rico?
Yeah, they're not part of the U.S.
They're
Which is
protected.
crazy.
They're
Yeah.
they're like protected.
It's funny. It's like they're
we don't
protected.
got no more room for stars. Sorry, guys. But you guys are
Yeah,
there.
it's like we get your land, we get to do anything we want on it, and we have major domain. And
guess,
you
yeah,
don't get any of the Americans' benefits. So
guess I could
fuck off.
It's like a PS.
50 plus 2 isn't saying 52. It's saying 50
Well,
stars
isn't Washington,
plus 2.
D.C. its own little thing?
Yeah, District of Columbia isn't it's like the separate. But then again, like I think California and Texas are like republics or some shit. Because I know Texas is for sure like because people had talked about the California seceding. I don't think they can, but I think they can split into different ones. But Texas, I know, is one that 100% can.
Which is here's like one thing I've been thinking about a lot lately. So like during the Civil War, the guys that were fighting the Confederates, they were fighting for the rights of their states. So, for instance, right now, there's a shitload of people that are fighting for the right for their states to legalize marijuana, right? But the federal government doesn't want to legalize marijuana. So, if there's a huge argument, technically, the people who are fighting for marijuana to be legalized are Confederate, like, in a sense, rebel soldiers, because they're going against the federal government.
Yeah, but they can still make their own laws like there are now. Like,
Well, that's what
how
they
states.
But that's
do
what they
legalize
tried.
it.
That's what
so
they tried
far?
to do in the Civil War as well. But the U.S. government said that ain't going to happen. Everybody's free.
So there's 4 on the West Coast. No, 5 on the West Coast: Colorado, Nevada, California, Oregon, and Washington that legalize marijuana. And then there's 3
I
on
think
the
Texas
East.
legalized it too. No,
No. Not
we tried to buy-
recreationally.
they don't sell it there.
Then there's Maine, Vermont,
Vermont's
and
one.
something else over there.
Yeah, there's like
Rhode Island or something that all have it legal on the East Coast.
But if you think about it, that's the.
And Canada has it
I don't wanna-
recreational all the way around.
I don't want to compare, the fight for slavery and the fight for marijuana to be the same thing. But in a sense,
Was it the fight for
states-
slavery, though, or was it the fight for each state to control their own rights?
yeah, in a sense, yeah. So what's going on right now is on borderline like Civil War kind of style thing as
That's
well.
what I keep
Except it's not
hearing.
pushing. I don't think people would push to fight to the death over marijuana. I don't know if they
Well,
would.
that's what I was like curious about too. I'm like, because I keep hearing about that, and that's why I'm like, I wonder where the tipping point is because
Yeah.
with the Confederate, like a lot of the people might have been fighting. Well, I want this sovereignty on my land, and my land has
Well,
slaves
there
or whatever
really
it
isn't
might be.
a tipping point. It's just Utah is going to vote. And then when they vote, they decide to legalize it in Utah, but then it's not legal, right?
Yeah,
It's just legal here, but
like if
the
a-
federal government
the
could come in
FBI
and be
agent,
like,
yeah.
fuck you guys, you're
Yeah,
closed.
a state marshal could or a federal marshal could still arrest you for having it.
And that's kind of like even with the download thing, like where you'd be like, where people, others think, oh, if you download music, you're gonna get busted. I don't think they caught anybody for downloading. They just went cut off all the heads of all the uploaders. They're like, oh, fucking, you're the ones doing it, which is smarter because that's kind of the way you go about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I almost feel like we've kind of got just a legion of pussies, really. Like unless someone invades us, I don't see us having a civil war. Like especially not the Antifa stuff. Of course they have riots and hate each other with sticks. But you watch that when like the cops come and stuff, and then they let people doing the reverse to them, and they're like, "What the fuck? You know, you can't arrest me, blah blah." You know, and it becomes like this thing like everyone's always down to like throw sticks and smoke grenades and shit like that until they get hit with one, and then they're gonna be like, "I'm going home."
Yeah.
And I feel like that's so true for like a big portion of it. You know, unless there's some tipping point where like Texas is like, "We're leaving," you know, "We're out of here," and then everyone's like, "No, no, no," and then the government's like, "No," you know, and so then they start blocking off like the fucking roads or something, you know, at the border patrol checkpoints, and they can't come through.
Where would Texas go? Like, they just pick up the entire country.
Think about that, though. Well, that's what it's like. I'm like, yeah, what would they do? You know, and it's like, well, if they put up, like, I would imagine Texas would have to be like, all right, and get this whole army of people to be like, okay, we're with Texas. And they would have to put up a front line, right? Isn't that, imagine? And then they'd have to have like, all right, we're guarding the border. And then now America's like,
one helicopter.
yeah. So then would that be
They
like,
passed us. God damn it.
because how did that shit work? Did they send them like a treaty and be like, all right, so now
I
we're
think there'd
starting
be a lot
the war?
of red tape and a lot of paperwork, and Texas would want to be like, all right, we want to secede from the U.S. and we want to become our own country. Because technically, I think they're bigger than most other countries.
Yeah, they're huge.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So-
So I'm sure they've tried, but like maybe the government was like, all right, well, here's what's going to happen. You want stuff to come in, your export system. You know, you're not going to be able to afford it.
Yeah, that's
What do you bring to the table? How much crops do you guys grow? How much, you know?
I think if the U.S. was flipped upside down and Texas was
On Canada?
on Canada's side, they would have seceded by now.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
because
back in
then
the
they'd be like stuck in a hard place, right? They'd be in between Mexico and the U.S.
That's
Yeah.
where they're at right
That's
now.
not
They're
really where you want to be.
No,
you know, you want to.
You don't want to be there.
Dude, that would be an interesting one if they, because that's like majority of the border. I wonder if, like, say they succeeded, they became the Republic of Texas became, you know, Texas country, and America's like, all right, fuck you, losers. We're gonna have our economy's gonna go up anyways because now we have less people to worry about. You know, we'll have less people to pay for, and so they do that. Do you think everyone's gonna be trying to get into like Texas? Like they'll be like they have to. Like,
Well-
all of a sudden say Trump builds a wall around Texas. Like, what the fuck? Build the wall, bitch!
It's like the wall's going up and everyone's supporting it.
And then all the people in like Mexico would be like, dude, fuck America, dude. Texas ain't got their shit together. We'll be living in Texas, dude. And it's basically like America.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what happened. Because you think about it, the border would move up. So, like, all the federal border patrol that's, like, down there, like, protecting or whatever, they'd get moved up. And I think it'd be easier for them, to be honest with you. Because
In there.
everybody would just go into Texas.
Yeah. The thing that I was wondering, too, because, like, with how... Because I don't see we'd be like Ukraine, you know?
And we give them
I don't
a
think
year
we
or
would
two
have,
till they
like...
become weak, and then we attack.
It's our land. Well, it's crazy because we have, like, what, more guns in here than citizens, right? And so
New Texas.
I imagine, like, it would be easy for us to pop off, be like, all of a sudden, fuck, here we go, you know, have some, like, Venezuela type
Like, here we go.
thing, or some, like, Ukrainian-style civil war where all of a sudden everyone's, like, putting up shields and headshotting each other. But, like, we just don't for some reason, you know? We just don't go to that. And it goes into those weird things where, like, I feel the whole anywhere along North America would fall into that category. I feel like America right now has all those people that are, like, no one on the North American continent even, like, contests them. Even though, like, Mexico, they're like, oh, yeah, we got people coming over. I mean, Mexico basically, and everyone, Mexico and Canada are, like, hand in hand with America, you know? Like, what America does, they do.
I honestly feel, and as a Mexican American, that America should just take over Mexico. Not really take over, but help as much possible to make it that Mexico is pretty much America. You know what I mean? Because then if you have that kind of power...
Just rename it Texas. That way we don't have to change the flag.
New Texas.
And just melt Texas and Mexico together, and it become New Texas. That way, you don't have
with
to
a
add
blue-
more flags or stars. You still have one star. And then they'd really be the big state.
That'd be the way to do it, dude, actually, if they were to, like,
New
engulf
Texicans.
that.
New Texicans.
You could make, like, you could get 10 extra states out of there, dude. You get all these, oh my God, I'm surprised we haven't done something like that. Because honestly, that'd be better. They could cut off the border at Panama Canal, you know?
It's a small little area right there.
And the
And a
part
lot
that
of
is
people
crazy,
that are coming up here, they're not actually from Mexico.
Yeah, it's
They're from
Guatemala
Argentina and stuff.
fucking
Yeah,
way
from down there. So yeah, if you put the border down there, that's really small.
That is kind of a funny thing too. Is that people? That is like a big thing when everyone's like, build the wall, you know, keep the Mexicans out. Like, that's a big thing. But it is funny. Like, on odds, most of them aren't even Mexican. Like, most of them are coming from even more South America, where they have like places like Colombia, Belize, fucking
Brazil.
yeah, Brazil.
Yeah,
they have
yeah.
worse like crime rates than like even Mexico.
Brazil's the worst. I've got to. I think
I would imagine, dude.
I put my money on it.
You watch of course, they're probably coming after people in the World Cup, but yeah, you watch stuff at the World Cup. People are getting their phones ripped out of their hands and shit.
Really?
Yeah, like they had videos of people like on the street, guys would be like talking and shit, and some kid would just run up, take off.
Joke's on him.
They're from the favelas. They don't give a shit.
One down, pulls out another fake phone.
It's like just some Mission Impossible. He's like listening to it. That's your mission. If you choose to accept it, beep. This will self-destruct in 10. It's like walks off. The kid running off. Oh shit. It's like because you just get a little bit of that red splatter on the back of his ear. He just keeps walking. Just fucking keep walking.
Keep walking. Nobody will know.
Keep walking.
Mission Impossible cell phone. This phone will self-destruct in
You
2.
never know because even like, it's funny talking about Mexico right now because they're going through that presidency thing. Did you see that? How they're having all those? They have that one guy who's like from like the countryside, I guess. He's like the hard-nosed dude. And they were showing an interview of him, and they're like, what do you think about this? He's like, I'm gonna have zero tolerance for criminals and thieves. And they're like, what happens if someone steals? They get their hand cut off. They're like, and
you really say that?
Yeah, he's like, by how? What it means? By like, we hold their hand down and physically cut it off. And they're like, what? They're like, you can't be serious. And it's like, people must lose hands for stealing. It's like, so he's like wanting to like fucking have zero tolerance for any crimes, But then again, it's like,
what happens if someone's innocent?
Well, technically they are. If you want to look at it, all these American people, which I would say is a different citizenship, is spending all this money on fucking drugs and everything like that, which is all coming from up there, So we're supporting that whole fucking thing down there. We're putting all this money into bringing it up so we can buy it.
Technically not us.
And we're putting, the people, we are among the people, right?
Okay, so
American people, we are one. You are
but the
American.
people who are doing it are the guys who are bringing it. They're the ones supporting it. If you don't have a pipeline, if there's no straw in your cup, you can't drink out of that cup. So
yeah, but who wants a drink?
Yeah, but see, there's a need for it here,
People want drinks.
Yeah, but if you cut the straw, the guy who wants the drink can't get the drink no more. The drink that's bad for him.
Why are you cutting the straw, though?
To cut the drink. The straw is the metaphor for the guy bringing the drugs from the south to the north.
Yeah.
So if you cut that straw's hand
Cutting
off,
the straw
thirsty,
is
though.
impossible. Throwing billions and billions of dollars towards a drug
that is not
anti-drug
impossible.
agency.
All we need to get is some Apaches, okay, with some thermal vision on them, patrolling the deserts. As soon as you see some pack
make
mules,
it legal.
I've watched some
That's a
videos.
lot. It takes like $10,000 to put an Apache in the air with all that gas. I don't know. I'm just putting out a number.
No, it's probably a lot more than that.
But
Okay,
if you think about it, like how much money we fund for like criminals, like at least for that kind of thing, especially like with drugs and arms and everything like that.
That's true.
Say if America was just like, fuck it, drugs are legal, like Portugal, anyone that gets a crime goes
No,
to...
I would hate that if all drugs altogether were legal.
Legal?
That would be shitty.
I mean, I don't know about legal, like to sell them, but like if it was decriminalized, I think that would be a little better because, I mean, when you get in trouble for like a drug crime, then you have to do a drug sentence, so not like a money sentence.
Are drugs legal in India?
No.
I know marijuana is.
No,
But they don't see those. Most countries don't see that
in
as
India.
a drug. Uh-huh.
It's like, isn't it way against their?
No, they make like a little drink and
'Cause
shit.
what's
You
his
can have
bucket
like
was
a
talking
drink,
about
and
it.
they make like it grows on the side of the
I'm
road.
talking about heroin, dude.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Because I know that's like their biggest thing is people are literally like under a bridge, like thousands of people sitting under a bridge, dying from heroin overdoses.
I mean, they could probably be having a bigger issue because they have almost more per capita than us. So I can't even speak on India.
That boggles my mind how many people living over there, dude. It just boggles my mind. I can't even think about it. I'm just like, dude, imagine turning anywhere.
You
and
really
see,
want to boggle your mind? Go to a Tokyo hotel, man.
I'm planning on going to a Tokyo hotel.
Get in one of those little 3x5 square foot
capsule apartments.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That would be pretty cool.
Just to try out.
As soon as
to
like
see.
there's an
So you rip
earthquake, the
ass.
apartment's like just launching
Like
everybody
Tetris.
out there.
It's like Tetris. The
Parachutes.
different colors drop down. Oh, doesn't fit.
That would be pretty dope, though. I'm not
Dude, that'd be
lying.
a weird ass. There's a new movie right there. Eleven's in a spaceship, and then it gets attacked, and you're in your
What if
little
you sleep
pod,
naked, dude?
And they shoot it out there, and then you're just out in space, stuck, waiting for this
And you're,
survival tank to come or whatever.
dude.
shit.
If that ever happens in my lifetime, I'm gonna freeze myself butt naked, so the first person to come defrost me sees me butt naked. I'd be like, God damn it!
They like, open
You're
it up.
staying in there.
Yeah, they're like, keep going. I guess we'll pass him.
They just put sticky notes on the glass thing so nobody could see into there, and it's like, "Do not open" written on it.
I think that once cryo freeze comes out, that'll be a game changer. I bet people will be freezing themselves like fucking mad. All these people that wanted to like kill themselves. I'm gonna freeze myself to the future. All right. Fucking.
They wake up in an
That's
apocalypse.
what you want. A fucking suicidal maniac in the future.
I know. And then like, they have even less options.
That'd be so
It's going to be so great in the future. Oh, you're going to go out where you don't have any friends, family base, or even maybe even a working knowledge of like the society or
No,
the
they
language.
unfreeze you and they're like, worker or soldier?
Yeah, it's like...
I just want to kill myself. Nope.
no, yeah. We
You can't
don't-
die.
Yeah,
in the
they put a
future.
chip on your head
Yeah.
real quick.
That'd be so
Worker.
funny. Yeah, you put your hand up. You gotta like put your hand up to kill yourself. It just like pushes it away. You're like, what the fuck? They like don't allow you to.
Or it'd be better, you're like, all right, I'm going to cryo freeze myself. That way in the future, I'm going to be a serial killer. You wake up in the future, it's like 100 years later. You're like, okay, time to start killing. Computer's like, read your mind, execute.
Yeah,
You're like, no!
yeah. It's all.
I was kidding.
All computers. Oh, this one's alive. You're like, oh my god, what year is it? It just like squishes him. It's like just drags the dead body off. What was that? 246184.
Woke up.
Nothing. Just a woke up human. It's like,
Another bug.
Malfunction in cryostasis.
that's a trip for the cryostasis.
Computer just squishes you.
Because even then, dude, like what? Like think
a
about
bug.
that
A
shit.
big ass spatula.
Yeah, everyone like water. Everyone cryo freezes. Say that you got a apartment of cryo freeze, you know, and there's like 1,000 people in there and shit. Yeah, and some like big alien comes by or like robot just fucking got his like spatula squisher or some terrorist goes to blow up.
You don't need that, dude.
1,000
All you
people
need
in
is
there, you're
just
like,
to unplug the machine.
I know how it's like
You unplug it, and then everybody's just like, well, they're dead.
But technically, they're dead already if you're frozen.
frozen. Everyone's like
Well,
pissing in your vats
don't they
and
have
shit.
to
I hate
keep
that
you
guy.
alive, sort of, somehow?
No?
You don't your
Keep
heart
your-
have to beat
yeah,
or
your
something?
your blood doesn't have to keep moving.
I think all they have to do is figure out a way to, when you freeze, that ice crystals don't form and destroy your cells. If they can...
But what?
If they can stop your cells from moving without aging, without creating crystals in them to, like, destroy them, you're technically immortal.
Would you be? I think I'm kind of with Brian.
Oh, and
on
a
that.
way to bring you
No
back
way.
from that.
Like, would it be like you're slowly living barely, so your body's
Yeah,
slowly
that's what
going.
I'm thinking. Like,
So a
in that
year goes
movie
by, you're
with
like
Chris
a
Pratt
minute.
and Jennifer Lawrence,
Yeah,
where they like
Okay,
they're not
so-
dead, but
yeah, your
they're, like,
blood would
frozen.
coagulate or something.
and they're
right? Or-
they're just like
Like-
moving the blood around, keeping them alive, kind of like
Oh,
to like
and they're-
the slowest possible, like in a coma, but even slower than that.
'Cause, yeah, I feel like you'd have to like.
I know what...
Even then, when your muscle atrophy, you get up out of cryostasis.
Well, that's why they have like certain suits and shit, like
Have you
keep you. I don't know.
have
maybe
you
the
listened to the
massage or
latest
something.
Radiolab where they talk about the gonads?
No, I remember you were talking to me about
Dude, that
I
one's
forgot
really
that one.
good, and because like they have a 3-part series where they talk about it, and one of them they talk about this lady who's diagnosed with cancer, and she has to go in and get chemo done, but she also wants kids, and if she goes and does chemo, it basically kills off all your cells, and it makes you like you can't have kids anymore. So what she does is goes to another doctor, and the doctor takes out one of her ovaries, and they put it in liquid nitrogen, freeze it. And then she goes through her chemo, and then once she goes through her chemo, when she gets out after a year of being cancer-free, they'll put her ovary back inside of her. And then hopefully it'll
work. Or
work.
something.
Like the blood cells will reconnect to it, like be like, oh, this is part of your body. Let's fuse it back in together. And usually what they would do is they usually put it under your wrist or somewhere where there's a lot of veins and arteries, so that way they
That's
can
a
connect
weird
to it.
place to put an ovary.
Yeah, but it's to bring it back to life because there's a lot of
So you have a
blood cells
baby just hanging off your wrist.
there. Well, here's the thing: a lot of those didn't work, so they didn't
like-
put it in there. So they put it right below her belly button, and it started connecting like all
In
the blood
mom's
vessels.
Pubis.
Huh?
The mom's pubis.
Yes, but just below the belly button, like right under the skin, in between like the stomach area. And I guess it came back to life and started working. And then her and her husband were doing the dirty, and she somehow got pregnant from her other ovary that was dead
in her wrist.
in her stomach.
I was like,
Because they only took one out. They only took
It's like
one out.
shooting an egg. God, this really hurts. It's like a little BB going down.
No,
her.
they only took one out and froze it. And then she went and did her chemo, which killed the other one.
We got something to tell you. Your
Supposedly.
ovary in the lab fridge is pregnant. Michael jerked off on it. Fucking sorry.
No, they put that one. They defrosted it, put it back in her, but they put it under her belly button.
So
not where it's
basically, they
supposed to go.
said, "Thanks for spending millions of dollars,
They did it for free because it was a test trial thing.
but
That's always the weirdest.
your shit was working the whole time."
No,
You're good to go.
the one that died is dead,
But you said it was
but
working.
she still got pregnant. They
the
don't
dead
know
one?
how it happened. They think
How is it
maybe
dead if it's working?
I can tell you how it happened.
they froze one.
An angel visited it.
No, they think the frozen one might have come back to life after it was like stitched back inside her under her belly button, and that the eggs were actually traveling through her bloodstream and made its way back to the original area because they're technically coded to be like this is
knows
where
where it
you're
needs to
supposed
go,
to be. So they eventually found their way through the bloodstream back to that area and hooked up to the dead one, and might have rejuvenated the dead one back to life, but they think the egg might have just like held there for a moment until
It's like
created a baby.
It's crazy, dude.
A Disney movie in the making, right there,
Yeah.
dude. The great adventures of the damaged ovary. Yeah, because dude, ovaries
A
are
little
weird to me.
sperm that could.
Have you seen Look Who's Talking Now or whatever? The old show Look Who's Talking. I think it's a Disney movie.
Yeah.
When it shows like the sperm and shit. It's like, yeah, here we go, and it like goes into the little fucking egg or whatever.
I like the Family Guy version better, where they're
Or is
shooting at each
it
other.
blasting everybody? Which is, I watched a
Straight
freaking
up
dog,
war.
a dog get its thing. What do they call it? Spading. It was like on a dog ER or whatever. And then when they put
Animal
the cut in
Planet?
it, yeah, it was like some Animal
Dr.
Planet thing.
Jeff?
They pull out a little fucking like BB. It's like a little ass thing, and they're like, "That's the ovary." They're like, cut it off there, you know. I'm like, oh. And I guess that's like because I don't know. I thought they were like bigger, you know, kind of just chilling in there.
I think in
waiting.
humans they said they were walnut sized.
I guess they say
something like
small too until they put them over, and then all of a sudden,
Imagine elephants.
it's like fuck, just expands.
Aren't elephants like pregnant for 2 years or something? Or like 11 months, 12 months?
Damn.
A year.
That'd be interesting. I was thinking about it the other day because I was watching some thing about humans and how they reproduce compared to other animals. Where like you have a dolphin has a baby, and it takes like 11 months, and then it's fucking swimming.
Like 22 months.
See, that's a
Almost
while.
2 years.
Think about that though. So if you total up, a lot of what they've been doing is totaling up the full time. So you take like a human, 9 months of a baby, but that thing's completely useless until. I mean, at least it can walk and hide. So let's say 3, 3 years. Fucking, what is that? I don't even know. 48 months? More than that.
But I think that's the thing about evolution is it figured out, look, you need 3 years.
So humans are like, they're
be
useless for like 48 months or something.
Yeah, but after that, your usefulness goes from, okay, so instance, I remember how I asked you about the books.
Oh, yeah.
So I was listening to Joe Rogan, and he was talking about Miyamoto Musashi,
Oh, yeah.
the samurai guy.
The 5 rings.
Five
or whatever.
rings.
Yeah, so I started listening to that book.
It's a good book.
And he killed his first person at the age of 12. Mm-hmm. So
Gotta be hardcore, dude.
So you think about, let's say you're born, your first 3 years you're completely useless, but you start learning after those 3 years. From 3 to 9, you're basically a murderer.
You're
like
spun
you
out.
could
Murderer.
become, you know what I mean, like top of the food chain at that point. If the elder teaches you how to do your shit. So like, doesn't matter if it takes a lion, a year to be fully developed and chasing your ass down. You could still outthink the motherfucker at the age of 9, even though your first 3 years you were completely useless. But after that, your efficiency goes, light years past ahead of
Yeah, but you also
the
got to think of
animal
it. All
kingdom.
right, well, when a lion and a baby are born and you put them both in the same room, who's going to survive?
They both will. They're both going to play and hang out
Yeah. But even then,
and grow up together.
with the old person like that, with the old Musashi, the way I was, I can't remember what I was talking to this about but like the Statue of David. Everyone's like, oh yeah, the Statue of David, and they made it like that when he has a small little dick because he's smart. It's fucking people. I don't know where
That's
they
why
got
I thought
that.
I was smart.
Apparently, that's like a thing that they go with. But like, dude, in the long run, fucking David was like 12 years old.
Yeah.
They're little kids. Most of them died at like age 25, 30 years old. So yeah, like when he's like he killed his first person at 13, he probably killed another 13-year-old. So it's like these like kids basically, but everyone's dying at 30, and that's a fucking old man right there. And so we're in like also I feel like in these different times too, where we think like I'm growing up too, where we don't teach the kid about the lion's pride and stuff like that, or like where I bet as a 13-year-old kid in Africa knows how to hunt a lion and get a lion, or how to trap a baboon. I bet kids here, dude, unless they're hunting, they'll be like, "Oh, I'll run over and pet it." You know, like most of them think fucking like a bear is fun. Like, "Oh, it's Yogi the bear." You know,
It's true. Have you watched Musically?
dude. Oh
That
my
gives
god,
me AIDS.
dude. Musically, dude. I don't wish for net neutrality, but I do kind of hope it does happen so that they can ban apps like that. Because I know it's like in the UK, like there's like, dude, they're already like getting rid of that. Because that is such
What's wrong with it?
It's fucking garbage. All these like horrible lip syncing and people doing stupid dances that don't even make sense to it.
None.
They're like,
What?
oh, have you seen it? Don't even go to it.
Don't even
I
go to it,
haven't.
dude.
Don't even
your
go to
eyes
it.
will melt out of your face.
Don't even if you're curious about Musically, don't even look at it. Don't even look at. If you're already listening to Musically, just fucking walk into traffic or unplug your headphones.
What you want to do is you want to take your cell phone and you want to throw it at the wall as hard as you can because that will probably save
And
your
kids
life.
are like dumb, like not like dumb, but I must have been dumb too. But it sounds stupid. Oh, I'm older than you. Like my cousin now, when she's staying with us, she's 13. You know, and dude, like, I mean, it must be the 13-year-old thing. You know, they're so smart. They know everything. They know this. They know. Like, this won't happen, that won't happen. And, like, every time, like, she was saying something, I'm like, you haven't fucking taken an L yet. Like, you haven't lost. Once you start losing like a normal person, then you'll realize what, like, life is. Like, they're oblivious in this thing where, like, they be like, this is how it's going to be, this is how it's going to be, but yet they won't take those, like, opportunities to go lose or do those kind of things.
That's the responsibility of the parent, right?
I would think, yeah, because, I mean, what do you do other than, like, if you don't, the kid's chilling?
You could try to stop that, but I think it's just something that's happening.
Well, no, what I mean is you got to introduce them to sports or some form of, dance. Even like when they're doing dance competitions, someone has to lose, right?
Yeah.
No, here's the argument to that, though. Everyone's a winner nowadays. Everybody gets a trophy.
No, not in that aspect. Depending on what you do.
Dude, that's how it is nowadays,
Little
though.
league, like tiny 3-year-old, yeah, they don't even keep score. But they're 3-year-old, they don't give a fuck. You know, they're there to hang out with their little friends and drink juice boxes. But when they're older, like Erica has a younger sister and she's doing really well in competitions and stuff, they win first place, you know, there has to be a second place, there has to be a third place, and hopefully those second and third places work harder and try to get better, and that's where they get their L's.
I think that's so important, dude, because I remember even, like, we didn't get it that much. Like, we got participation trophies, kind of. But I remember doing basketball in...
I never got a trophy.
We did basketball at Monroe Elementary, you know, and they give you a thing. And they even, like, fucking write your name on it and shit.
Yeah, we got one, too.
I remember that, and they gave me mine. It was, like, third place. And I was like, third place.
I remember.
Almost a winner.
Yeah, I was like... But it felt good. Because, like, I'd gotten another... Like, I went to the rec, and we got, like, participate. I'm like, what the fuck is this, you know? And I'd always do that. I'm like, what's the score? What's the thing? And they're like, oh, we're not keeping score. We're not doing that. So I'd always kind of get frustrated. But then once we started doing that stuff more, and we're keeping score, and it's like, no, we are winning. We are having losers. I don't know what it was, but, like, I mean, the next few years, I did it again 2 more years after that. I don't think we won or anything like that, but I wanted to. Like, I was like, fuck yeah, what the fuck? Oh, third place? You know, I'm like, oh, shit, next year, you know, we'll do this. And, like, it does. It gives you kind of a little bit of a fire, whereas, like, it almost made me like it more because I'd done rec sports forever and never even gave a fuck. And then until I started, like, actually being, like, maybe some people are competitive, some aren't. But for me, and I would have rather have had, especially when I was doing the Little League, like, have my coach been like, oh, we lost today, guys. Like, what? Good job, you know, here's your snacks.
I think the lesson's
like,
more
shit.
valuable than the win or the loss, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like,
but some people can't take that, though.
no, a lot of parents can't take that because
The
It's
kid's
hard.
a failure.
they
Yeah,
were
and
put
it's
in
crazy
that position
because
as well.
I feel like kids naturally do that. I remember being in like 3rd grade, and we would go every recess for our long lunch recess and challenge like the 4th or the 5th graders. We had to get an older group of kids, and I remember like we would try until I remember a few times we beat them in a game, and like, dude, I mean, you go, it doesn't even matter what you do the rest of the day. You're just like walking around like, fuck yeah, we beat the 4th graders, motherfuckers. You know, like it was a different like turning point in your brain like when that shit happened, and I kind of feel like that's really important, and we are kind of moving away from it, honestly. That's why I kind of bring up too, where I'm like, I think most of the people here are pussies, you know, because everybody is a little bit of a keyboard warrior, where, like,
hardcore keyboard warriors nowadays.
Yeah, people do that shit when you're online, or like even when you're driving in a car, you know, they'll be cutting you off and doing that kind of shit. Waiting in line, people aren't doing that.
I don't think there's a problem with that. I think the problem is in responding to them. You know what I mean? Let them say whatever the fuck they want over the internet. Just don't respond.
Yeah,
Ignore them
true,
enough,
man.
and they'll just...
Is it weird for me to like? So I've noticed that these keyboard warriors online, people doing it a lot too. Where, like in video games, if you're losing, the thing to do is just cheat. and now you're not losing anymore, and then you turn your keyboard warrior shit on. Like, I've noticed that a lot where people don't notice in their heads that they are doing that. Where it's like, so let's say me and Brick are playing a game against each other, and he's just completely stomping me. I go, I'll turn my little cheats on. Now we're at even.
Well, that's why...
In my mind, there's nothing wrong with that. It's the game.
You got a cheater's mindset.
And I'm playing against Brick. And I've noticed that happening a lot on the internet where people, it's not what, like, for me, it's all about the competition. I love the thrill of playing a game and being like, am I going to lose?
Puckers when it's 1v1 in Battle Royale and you're just about to lose, but you pull off the W.
Even if I get the L, it's still a rush of adrenaline where you're just like, damn, that was fucking close. Mm-hmm. But some people's mindsets lately, I've noticed a lot of people doing it, is there is no, I have to try. I could just do this and I could still get that satisfaction of winning.
But the thing is that W isn't as valuable as...
But to them it is.
Well,
because to them, the fact that cheating is...
Let them keep it, so then when they go out into the real world and they try to actually do something, they try to work somewhere, they try to,
not cut a corner.
Buy a car for $30,000, but they only have $5,000 in the bank, and it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
There's a difference between
that's funny
a winner and a.
Because it's funny. Speaking of devils, I know a person that does do that hacks on a game regularly. That's a group of friend people, and they caught him from hacking.
Yeah.
What's the discipline on that? Do you get banned from the game? Or
the discipline is I wasn't really interested in this game anyway.
Yeah, the kid. You know who you are. Starts with N, ends with Ed. But he freaking would cheat on Siege or whatever, and then they caught him, and he thought it was funny. He's like, it was funny. I was just messing, But and the only reason people caught him is because they were watching, just spectating over time, and all of a sudden, what the fuck you doing? What the fuck you doing? He's doing this, moving around. Why would you be looking through this wall or that wall or this, because you can see through the fucking walls. And so they're like, what the fuck are you doing? And for him, that was he was everyone's competitively playing. Mm-hmm. So in his mind, he was like, well, we're all having fun. We're all competitively playing. We're all winning.
if it's just like a regular just join and shoot, that's all right. But if it's like a competitive match where you're trying to rank up,
I wouldn't even say
fucked up. No,
I wouldn't even say even if it's casual. Let's say you're just doing a death match. Let's say you're trying your hardest to win this death match, and Brick's over here got aimbot on. Mm-hmm. You might as well not even be playing, because no matter how good you are, you can't beat a computer. It's like with people, your mathematics
grandmaster of chess.
He'll still lose.
See, I think they should let everybody do whatever hacks they want, but when they enter the server, the specs on their computer are known. So it would be like, oh, you can only enter in the wall maps. So everyone here has walls. So it'd be like chaos where everyone's seeing through the walls, where someone has an aimbot.
That'd be so dumb.
Then you might as well just be in an open freaking map, with no
exactly.
walls.
But then that's what, if those people want to play, they can,
But it's like with that guy. When I was playing with him, to him, he was not cheating. He wasn't. There was no such thing as a cheat. Mm-hmm. But he was. In his mind, there was no cheats.
That doesn't make sense to me, though.
I know. That's what I'm saying. But in their mind, I am not cheating. There's, what's her fucking bucket? The Twitch girl that got caught cheating, and she blamed it on Clara. She's playing Counter-Strike.
Oh, yeah. And they're like, someone messed with my computer or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, the Asian chick?
Yeah.
And
you could see it in her, in her face expressions. Mm-hmm. She knows the guys are coming up the pathway, but... oh, here they come, I'm panicking. Whereas if you were not cheating, you'd be like, you could hear them. You could be like, okay, they're coming. Let me get ready for someone to come around the corner. Instead, she's like, they're here. Oh, my goodness. I don't even know where they're at. And you could see them running around on her screen. Mm-hmm. Where if it was somebody who doesn't cheat all the time, that advantage would be so overwhelming. The game would just be over in an instant. Whereas to her, it's like she panicked because that's her life. That's her world. It's like she knows they're there. She can't beat them on a one-on-one shooting at each other, but she has that advantage of knowing where they're at. And the other person, if they're a better shot than her, they have that advantage over her. Mm-hmm. So in her head, it makes that equal. Like, I know where you're at, but my shots suck.
So
but
you
your
always
shot's good.
jump around a wall.
Yeah, and it does come back to an even bigger issue where it's like the issue of good and bad, huh? Because really, in that, it's like what's to stop them? It's like looking at like MMA. People are still going to use fucking steroids and still cheat, you know, and then all of a sudden they get caught. Oh, oops, you know, it's like, bitch, you had no problem roundhouse.
Clara putting that shit in my juice.
Yeah, like kicking people in the head and shit. You had no problem with it, you know. But then you get caught, and then it's like, oh, ooh, you know, and that becomes like an issue. But yeah, in their mind, like they're not cheaters until they're caught, I guess, because you know all's fair in love and war, I guess, is what they imagine. But
I think the thing that boggles my mind the most is that mentality of putting it out like, I'm not cheating. Oh, this is a motorcycle race, and I'm using a fucking Ferrari F50 to run everybody over.
you know,
We're still racing, right?
yeah, you wouldn't pick a Ferrari, or whatever, F-150 to run everybody over in this race. Man, you're stupid. It's kind of honestly, I sometimes see them imagine that as well. Like, oh, you haven't used hacks? Well, you're just slow then, bitch, because you haven't used them. But
It doesn't make sense to me.
It doesn't make sense to me either, but
yeah,
it's what people do.
it's because the
I
difference
feel like
between
it's
good
like
and right, dude. You have your sense of good and right. You have morals, you know. They like it. That might even, honestly, if it wasn't a video game, it might even trickle down into the game of life. You know,
Yeah.
They may even hack you out of fucking a cell or the meeting with their friends or whatever the fuck it might be. But
It honestly could.
cheat
It
you
could
out of
trickle.
it.
Yeah, those people are the weasels that, in real life, like, let's say we were living back in the 18th century. Those are the guys that would be like, oh, dude, all we got for today's rations is, 3 crackers apiece. And they're sitting there holding out the freaking chunk of ham
Yeah,
from the
they're
rest of
walking
us.
around the back. He's got a fucking Milky Way back there. Charles is eating a Milky.
It's 18th century. Where'd you get a fucking Milky Way?
From the future, bitch. And that's how the timeline got screwed up. But yeah, maybe we'll go with that, and we'll practice on not cheating and not screwing up timelines. But yeah, if you like it, go ahead and follow us. Give us thumbs up. Just give us regular thumbs up.
Where?
Thumbs up the button.
But yeah, man, thanks always for listening and always supporting. It's always cool.
5 stars on iTunes, right?
Yeah,
5 stars at our hotel as well.
Give us a comment, like, and subscribe. Yeah, I guess rate us on iTunes.
Don't cheat. End with Ed.